Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we've got a wild one for you. We're going to explore a theory that tries to connect the sheer grit of a world-class athlete to the grand design of the entire universe. And it all starts with a completely new take on the decathlon.
So, what could Olympic sports, river engineering, and ancient spirituality possibly have in common? I mean, it sounds like the setup for a strange joke, right? But according to the source material we're diving into, there's a hidden pattern, a kind of universal formula that connects them all. We're talking about something that could explain a 100-meter dash, the flow of a river, and even the way we breathe. It's a journey that starts on the running track and ends up at the very fabric of the cosmos.
Okay, so let's get into it. Our journey begins with a completely radical reimagining of one of the toughest events in all of sports, the decathlon. So, this new vision for the decathlon, it totally breaks the mold. First, you have the team decathlon. Instead of one person doing all 10 events, you've got a team of 10 specialists. Your best sprinter, your best thrower, your best jumper, all competing together. Then, you've got a category for individual athletes to compete. And for the true all-around superstar, the one who can excel in both the team and individual events. They get the Hercules Award. Pretty cool, right? But hold on, because it gets even bigger. We're not talking about a quick 2-day event. The idea is for a year-long global competition. And it doesn't just stick to the classic 10 events. The proposal suggests adding an 11th event, maybe something like volleyball or basketball. It would even include traditional and local sports from around the world. And to make it all happen, you'd have these special stadiums built, so multiple events could go on at the same time. It's a complete top-to-bottom rethinking of what a major sporting event could be. So you have to be asking, where does an idea this audacious even come from? Well, it didn't come out of some corporate boardroom or a sports committee meeting. The inspiration for all of this is actually deeply, deeply personal. It's all rooted in the life of a legendary athlete. This entire framework is a tribute to the late Professor Harnack Singh, and this man was an absolute titan of Indian athletics. I mean, get this, at just 17 years old, he was named the best volleyballer of Asia. He went on to dominate the decathlon, winning 3 national gold medals. And he was so beloved, so celebrated, that after one of his big wins, they literally paraded him through his city on the back of an elephant. Can you imagine? A true legend. But here's the thing. For all his incredible talent and success, his ultimate dream, competing in the Olympics, it just remained out of reach. As the source material tells us, it was a lack of funds and, just the cruel reality of time passing. He got over age. It kept him from that world stage. And it's this unfulfilled dream, this what if, that really becomes the seed for everything we're about to talk about. Okay, so this is where the story takes a really fascinating, almost unexpected turn. We go from the personal story of one man's athletic journey to the birth of an entire philosophical system, a system that's built on one single core formula that its creator believes can explain, well, pretty much everything. It's called Philfo, and what it is, really, is a hypothesis, a research protocol that's trying to be a universal framework. The goal is to find that common, underlying structure in, well, almost any process or event you can think of, from sports to science to spirituality. And at the very heart of this whole thing is this deceptively simple-looking equation, E equals O plus IA. Now, according to the theory, this isn't just math. This is supposed to be the key that unlocks that hidden pattern connecting everything in the universe. So what on earth does that mean? Well, let's break it down. It's basically a map for any action. O stands for the origin, the start. A is the apex, or the end. And that IA stuck in the middle, that's the interaction. It's the journey, the process that gets you from the start to the finish. Think about a 100-meter sprint. The starting block is O, the finish line is A, and the race itself, that's the IA. Okay, so once you have that core idea, the system then expands it into 3 different variations to model different kinds of athletic events. The first one, E equals O plus IA, that's the simple one for linear stuff, like sprints, just a start, a middle, and an end. The second one is for trajectory events, think javelin or shot put. And the third, well, that's the most complex one. It's for combined events like the high jump or pole vault, where you have a process within a process, a run-up, a jump, and a landing. See how it builds? And right here, this is where the theory shows its true ambition, because it takes this simple start, middle, end structure from sports and just explodes it, applying it to fields that are way, way beyond the stadium.
Like, for example, river engineering. Seriously, the source says this model was used to develop a flood management system in Patiala, India. It even makes a parallel to the myth of Hercules cleaning the stables. The idea is to map the river's flow as a start, middle, end process, from the source through the channels to the outlet, to figure out where the problems are and how to fix them.
Then it gets even more personal. The same formula is used to map spirituality and even our own bodies. Take meditative breathing, for example. The start becomes your inhale. The middle, that IA part, is the pause where you hold the breath. And the end is the exhale. It's that exact same universal pattern, but now it's happening inside you.
And the theory just keeps on going, expanding into language and music. It suggests that this same start, middle, end structure can model how we form sentences, the flow of vowels in the sacred Gurmukhi script, and even the way ancient songs are put together. The scope is just huge. So you might be wondering, what's the universal glue holding all these different ideas together? Well, according to the source material, it's a concept called cymatics. This is the study of visible sound and vibration. Have you ever seen those videos where they put sand on a metal plate and play a sound frequency, and the sand just magically forms these incredible geometric patterns? That's cymatics. And the theory argues that this principle, that vibration creates form, is the physical bridge that connects Eastern philosophy with its focus on light, sound, and energy to the more material principles of Western science.
Okay, so after all that, from a new kind of decathlon to the structure of reality itself, what's the big takeaway here?
Well, ultimately, what this model, this philosophology really offers is a unique and deeply personal way of seeing the world. It's a lens. It represents a lifelong attempt to show that the same fundamental pattern, a beginning, a journey, and an end, exists in absolutely everything, from an athlete's high jump to a sacred song, and maybe even to the formation of the cosmos itself. And that leaves us with a really poignant final thought. Is this a grand, unified theory of everything, or is it a profound and incredibly beautiful way to honor a father's amazing life and give flight to his unfulfilled dreams? You know, maybe the real answer is that it's both. A whole universe of meaning, all found in the story of one remarkable athlete,